Hey everyone, happy Monday. Hopefully you're all having a great day. Hi Miss Mist, and thank you for the dancing bears. I can just grab in a couple of bits. Let's move those out of the way. Guess you can go in there. There. And let's grab you. So how's your weekend been, Miss Mist? So we left off Minecraft when we were starting to figure out the interiors, but I haven't really done much more with the interiors. I've been working on getting the last of the towers finished. I have this one here's finished. Just this edge and another cross beam there to do. Then the towers on this side are now finished as well. So we're definitely getting there. Oops. Would help if I didn't fall. Right, so once I've got this wall and then this cross beam done and the topper on that one, then that'll be the castle exterior pretty much completely done. There might be I've got the edgings to do. I say completely done, but there'll be edgings around the bits, kind of like we have over here, still to do. So we have a bunch of these to put in round the other edges. I did have a good weekend. I got to play a bunch of Minecraft. So I can't complain. And I've still got this week off work, so I'm not back to work till next Monday, which is good. Right, so the bit I've got to figure out is this. Now, it's a kind of a steep bit there, but I'm wondering whether I should slant it up, is what I'm thinking. Yeah, there's lots of space. There's lots of rooms that still need to go in. But the way I figure it, if I can get the exterior of the castle completed and a chunk of the island done, at least the underlying part, then it's just kind of interiors that we need to get sorted, if that makes sense. Right. I should have brought a water bucket. I'm going to need to drop this flooring a little. It'd be nice to get the island and the castle in, even if the island isn't fully decorated yet. No, I haven't. I probably should have done, considering it was just an ocean when we first started back last September. But we're definitely getting there. That was a face plant. But yeah, if we can get the castle in, like I say, there's just that bit there to finish, and then the edge toppers. Yeah, that's cool, Magony. Yeah, most of it's in, like I say. It's just this. One cross beam, like that one here, and this side of this tower. Thank you for the meow. That doesn't sound good. Let me see if I can refresh that. Don't know how bad it sounded to you, but it sounded terrible on my end. Where are you? Under this one? Oh, you'd be under alerts, I think. Properties. Fresh current page. Okay, let's do the other one. Properties. Okay. I'm not even sure if you got the image through. Yeah, the towers are getting there. Let's try that again. Ravager. That sounded better. There we go. It was just being awkward, bless it. So yeah, so there's this side of the tower and then the topper and one more of these beams here. Then all the walls and everything are in. Yeah, because it was just a bit weird was the sound was that. I just needed to refresh it and make sure it was okay. So, and then like I say, just the edgings with the copper trapdoors and more of a different type of topper that we did. Then if I can get the under bit of the island in, that would be good. Right, so what I need is this to go down to here. And then this would be the outside of the castle, and I have a block to work with. At least I've got a couple of torches. And then we need to take the shape up. How many blocks? How many blocks do we need to go upwards? So 1, 2, 4 to this one. 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. 16, 17 to 16. So 16. So maybe we're going to go grab some more torches because those we're definitely going to need. Otherwise, we're going to have things spawning where I don't want them. And this corridor is going to be a fair few long. Wonder if it'd work out about at least maybe I can do 10. And then go up a block. In here somewhere I have a whole bunch of torches. I've seen them, I know I have. But we all know what I'm like, I never remember where I put anything. I was pretty sure I had several stacks of torches. I was right. I knew I had them, just not 100% sure where. Right, so F3. So 1, 2, 8, 4, 3. That's 100. Okay. So we have about 200 blocks from the start of that corridor to this edge. And it's 16, so yeah. 10 blocks is fine. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. I know it means I'm going to take a bunch of these out, but that's okay. And I hope I'm counting this right anyway. I'm just thinking a very gentle slope up. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, well, we can always take it out. I haven't done anywhere near enough with the interior underneath the castle. Two, three, 5, 6, 10. There's supposed to be a dark part of the castle under here. So let's... Seven, 8, 9, 10. Right, so that gets us to here. Okay. Well, by accident, this bit is here, so that's okay. I need to take all this lot of stone out. And then I'm going to have to figure out how I step down the corridors. These things are in the right place. I'm pretty sure. Let's make sure. Right, so that one is one too far out at the bottom, so I need to remember to make it one shorter or one narrower. Should be here. So it might be worth my doing a different type of corridor in this. Hi, Fantabulous One. I wonder if I should put an archway in and end the corridor with a doorway and then just start another corridor that comes down to this section of the castle. Yeah. It'll have to complement the corridor we've got. The thing is, what I want down here is a dock. I need this to slope down to kind of like a dock where you'd have a ship. So I'm not sure taking the corridor we've got all the way around down here is the best idea. It might be worth coming up with something else. I can also make it a little bit shorter then as well. It doesn't have to be quite as tall. Then potentially one of the rooms off here could be something like a warehouse kind of thing. I don't need to fill it all in. I can fill all of it in afterwards. Let's just see what we can figure out. What's the light levels? Okay, not quite. Don't keep an eye on it. We're just going to end up with monsters all over the place. So we had this end here. I wonder. Okay. What I'm thinking now. Originally I was thinking maybe take this all the way down and then step it down a little bit. But instead I'm thinking we're going to end the corridor just around here. Okay. Right, so it would have to be I'm one block too low anyway, but that would end it here. That would end that one there. Let's go grab the spruce. Because we've got to figure out a doorway. Keep putting ender chests down everywhere and forgetting to pick them up. So let's get a stack of you to start with. You're way in the wrong place. You need to come over here. Don't ask me why I was thinking there. Because it should have been here. Yes, I'm being very dippy. That gives us that. So we know where the end of that corridor is. Now I don't want this corridor to be as tall, I don't think. I say that, but look at that thing down there. It's a big doorway as well. How are you doing, Driven? You could even have blocks of apartment buildings for visitors in there. That's true, I could. There's definitely room enough for a city inside. It is a 500 by 500 castle, so yeah, we're not short of space. That's a tall doorway, which would probably match up with that. Which means I do need to make this corridor tall. I can't not. I was just thinking I'd like it to be a slight... You're doing well? That's fantastic. Oh, I'm ticking along. I can't complain. I was just thinking of doing a doorway and then breaking up the style of the corridor. But that doorway is pretty big too. Don't get me wrong. I liked that corridor when we first made it. I'm just not 100% sure about it anymore. Obviously, it needs decorating, but okay. I'm going to change the slant. Because what I'm going to do is after thinking about it, in line with this one, let's just get lined up properly. In line with the edge of this tower. We're going to have the slant come up to the top of the line with the edge of this tower. So it's not going to be 10. Not sure how many it's going to be. Oh, thank you for the bit, Fantabulous One. He definitely came up to help. You're right, Miss Mist. So, this is going to be the end. Of where we slant up to. So I'm glad we didn't go too much further with it. I'm going to have to take it out again. So it's 16, so probably threes, maybe fours to here. And we're going to have another doorway here that will match the height of that. So as if we're coming into another room, and then the doorway on this side can be smaller. So I can do an archway there. We can come into another corridor with a different style, through another doorway into another corridor that goes outside, and just break it up a little bit rather than it be the same all the way down. Or, okay, it doesn't have to be another corridor. It can be a room. Pretty big room. I wonder if It's a case of, do I keep it as one room or two rooms? Whoops. Grab the rockets. I've got a hole in the floor. Be a little bit more cautious. I'm thinking one of the rooms in the central area that we got surrounded by the square corridor should be a library, etc. Here we go with monsters again. Any more of them? Yep. With some more. Cover you back up. Right. What do I want to do with the arch? Or don't have any of those, so let's just grab a few of them. That won't do. That won't do there either. Okay. So we'd want this to come out a little bit. Yeah, because then I could match that up to here. And this one could be a vertical. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and on the 7, ignore it, then go up 4 and on another one. Not sure I'm going to be able to land on the top, but we'll give it a try. Okay. Move over. Wrong one. Should have grabbed the scaffolding. I didn't. No. No. Just going to strip them off and see how the archway looks. Seeing as we're just spitballing it. Okay, not too bad. She's fine. But I now need to fix the thickness of this because the one arch isn't going to do. So I have two choices. I can bring duplicate arch here. Or I can push a duplicate arch back here. And I'm more inclined to push it backwards than bring it forwards. Need a few more of you. Other. You can be split. You can be changed to a different block, so let's grab you back. The question is, do I just want it that, or do I want it another block as well? Try it at this one first. What? No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the axe. Thank you. In. Need 2 more, so I'm going to need to craft another set, aren't I? Because just the one isn't going to do. Better leave a torch up here as well, otherwise I'm going to be in trouble. And then we can kind of see if we can put a doorway there. What would we do? We'd bring these in across. And that would end that corridor. Would then bring us into here, which can be another room. Let's get rid of you. And figure out how big we want this room to be. But also, I guess it'll depend upon what we do with it. Ooh, I have a thought. I created a pattern that I was going to use in my single player Nether hub, but I never did. I did something else instead. It's 100 by 100 Celtic Tree of Life pattern. I wonder if it might be worth reviving it and making it a library. What do you guys think? I'll need to dig out the pattern I have for it. It started off as a cross stitch pattern, or that's another thought. But I think that's a lot bigger than that, so that probably wouldn't do. I was thinking of a yin and yang pattern I have. Celtic work might be better, considering it's a castle. Patterns are definitely fun. I like doing cross stitch. It helps me relax at times. So I have a whole bunch of patterns, and when you've got stuff like that, it's easy enough to convert them into stuff for Minecraft. It was a whole reason for my digging out as much as I did for the Nether hub in the single player. Oh, here we go. Let's get rid of the mobs. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Celtic pattern, which would be 100 by 100. And we know it's 200 to the doorway, so it might just fit. We'll see. It'd be a very big library, but I'm using light level overlay and altered the configs so that it uses numbers instead of the X's, because I prefer numbers to the red and yellow X's. I don't particularly like that part, so it's on the allowed list. It's there's a link for it. Yeah, the numbers are definitely better, Riven. There was, hang on, where is it? I can't remember where it is. Under controls. Nope. Somewhere in it, it may be on the screen previous to this, there's a mods and a config extra where you can get to controls and what have you, and you can set things for the mods. Yeah, so it's on the first page. Well, on there you can alter the settings. Yeah. Yeah, I thought I did, but it's not showing up here. I think mine is on the screen beforehand for some weird reason. Not sure why. It might be the launcher I use. I'm just using the default Minecraft launcher. All right, no, I just I use a light level overlay mod that's on the allowed list and then configure it to numbers because it's the one I've always used since they allowed us to do it. Oh, it's a mod that adds a button. Okay. That kind of makes sense. But it does, like I say, for me, I prefer that. I prefer the numbers on the blocks. Right. Want to measure out because it won't just be 100 by 100, wouldn't the room? Because though the pattern is 100 by 100 that I came up with, the I would want bookcase and bookshelves, etc. around the room, which would take up even more numbers. Exactly, numbers do, because you can decide how much lighting you want in a place. Well, it would have been easier if I'd finished filling this in, but I didn't. So you come in, and what do we do? Just putting that there as a temp block. It's not going to be the spruce, but I need it to be something, just so I have some room to play. Okay. So you'd have the doorway there. Hang on. Have this one block and then one block behind it. So you have this. No, this is going to have to move. It can't be here purely because of the thickness of that wall, and then I need some more room for another wall. So what's going to be better is I put a second set of doorway arches here. What I did round here was I did this kind of thing for going into the chapel, but I'm thinking of doing just something a little bit smaller, but going in here. Right. Then I would want enough space around the edges of the room for bookcases, bookshelves, if you know what I mean. But yeah, and a walkway so you could walk around. some of it. This room doesn't... how tall does this room need to be? Is a thought. Because if I do 100 by 100 room, means it doesn't want to be a small room either. But I wonder if that's too big. Well, we'll measure it out and see what we can come up with. Pretty sure it's 100 by 100 design. Have to do a search. Search for tree and see what it comes up with. I'll let that run while this allows us back on. Gotta figure that doorway out though. The problem is this block would be there. So I would need this to run here. Oh, hello creepers. Goodbye creepers. Go get some more dark oak and some more rockets. Yep, I will have another look for more dudes in a second, Ali. How's your day been? Work been okay? Unless you're still at it, hopefully you're a... Rockets. You good? Too much work, not enough sleep? Yeah. I'm just glad to have a break. That. Must have put those blocks down somewhere. I did, right here. Well, that would be there. But it couldn't be one of those, it'd have to be one of those. And that would have to come around. Not necessarily dark oak, but Probably would have to be. And then that would be. Thank you for the creeper. Oh, I like I said, I'm on holiday this week. This is the second of my 2 weeks off, so I'm not too bad at the moment, Ali. I'm sure it'll be busy when I get back, but I'm not back at work until next Monday. Trying to figure this doorway out. Yeah, it's I get we get 28 paid days vacation a year, so I took a week in January, a week in April, 2 weeks this month. Then obviously we get the bank holidays, which we have another bank holiday at the end of August. I can't take time off in December because that's just the way work is. So I've still got, after these 2 weeks, I've still got 3 more days to book whenever I want to. So it's not too bad. Plus 10 paid sick leave days a year. Tempted to do that. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do the walls. It is a lot worse in some places. I must admit, I think it would be hard having just a week or two vacation slash holiday a year. It's not, but I guess it's what you're used to. It's what you're used to, whereas we've always been pretty lucky with the amount of time off. Got to figure out. This is just temp blocks. I'm just trying to. So that would be that wall. 1, 2, 3. It'd have to come out to about here. One, 2, 3, 4. I really should put it down here. Just so I know what I'm playing with. I'll rescue these blocks afterwards. There's no point wasting them. So that gives me a couple of blocks there. I'm thinking maybe taking another. I'd sooner have too many blocks in between than not enough. Because that way if I decide, because I have no idea what pattern or anything else we're going to do for the walls. But I just need to know where things are going to be. Which is the same, so 1, 2. Okay, let's find the middle block. Nine, so it should be 5. 1, 2, 5. The problem is the pattern's 100 by 100. So it's an even number pattern, not an odd number pattern. So I guess it doesn't really matter too much. Right, so how many is this? So that's 14, say. Have it. Did it come up with? You went that was a yin and yang tree of life, not the tree of life I'm looking for. I can't remember if it's JPEG. Let it start searching there as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I want 100 blocks. Apologies, I know we haven't done much of anything at the moment. It's a case of trying to figure out what I want to do. Actually, I need to be on the centre block. I don't need to be on this edge block. One, two, three. So that's 64. That gives me the 100. I hear creepy feet. Ooh, I'm not sure if that's right. Oh, it's too big. That's not going to work. That's a shame. Would have been nice to use the pattern, but the 100 by 100 is just too big. I'll have to come up, I'm going to have to find a different pattern. The tree of life is just too big for that. So that's fine. At least I know. So 51, 32, 50, 51. Get the light level on because it makes it easier to count. Okay. That gives me the size of the room. So we're going to do a library. I'll just have to come up with a different floor pattern. And from there, view these. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blocks. Then it was 4 blocks. Okay, 4 blocks to there. Right, grab some food. Gives me here is that one. If I don't mark out the size of the room, or at least figure out what we're playing with, it'll just make things harder. Okay. Gives me that corner. Put the corner there. Okay. There's you. Okay. So I know how big the room is. Now we've got to figure out what we're going to build, blocks we're going to build it with, and Then I need to figure out what I'm going to do with the floor. Grab you back, because you'd just be a waste. Kind of tempted to change to mangrove. So I'm not just using the dark oak. Where are you? Jungle. Maybe jungle. I'm going to take some jungle because I'm thinking of using the trapdoors in places. But I do want the mangrove. Wherever I've hidden the mangrove. Oh, I had it. Terracotta, brown, terracotta, red, white. Where are you? It's around here somewhere. Because I had a full shulker of it. Well, not a full shulker of it, but most of one. Here we go, the start of another shulker monster. Okay, so that's fine. Yeah, I can get away with it. Because what I can do is build a door here. Not out of that block, but which would then hide this little bit of block here that would cause an issue. So I can swing the door one way or the other from that block. I'll put that there just as a reminder of what I'm planning to do. And we're going to need some of you. Oops, let's not go too far. Because it just needs to be on the edge. And we can put some doorways on the edges of the rooms as well. So there's 4 doorways, north, south, east and west. And the inner archway could potentially be the mangrove block. Instead of the dark oak. You don't. Some more. No, it's not a completely square room because we've got these little alcoves on each side. But I figure we could put something in here. Not sure what yet. Because the plan was at the beginning of the stream to work on a corridor. Instead, we're working on a library. What can I say? Plans change. Especially when I had no set plan for what was going in and what I was going to do today. Still don't have a full set plan of how this library is going to look until we start throwing it together. Guess I'm going to need to do a whole bunch of trading with villagers for books, which is okay. I have plenty of emeralds and plenty of librarians, and they've all been cured, so that will help. Right, so I'm thinking we're going to deal with this. I want wall bookshelves, but I also want walkways around them. Oh no, definitely doesn't. Ali, it definitely doesn't. It always takes a lot of work and figuring out what you want to do, and then you never get there in the end anyway. You just end up compromising and making sure it looks reasonable. So what I'm thinking is this curve that follows this one round should be, because I'm going to do a door here, and at least this can follow around the same shape but be the mangrove on the inside. How do we deal with this? Don't like that too much. Must admit, I don't like these bits here. They look kind of squished. But it might be an idea for an area for a staircase. Just a small one to go up to. Maybe. Because I want a walkway around further up so you can get to an upper balcony of bookcases, if that makes sense. Yeah, when it's close enough, it's close enough, yeah. So I probably want a bunch of bookcases, but I'm going to need to separate them out. Question is, how many blocks? Okay, so that's 10 by 11. $13. Okay, you can't be matching up. Double check the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and on the 12th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and on the 11th. Hi Sam, thank you for the creeper. How are things going? Let's try this again. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this doesn't match the other side. And yes, I'm altering it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. 1, 2. Then it's on the 11th. On the 11th should match up there. And we'll go do the same on the other side. You're that scared when you're not even paying, Cancerad? Yeah. You're doing some modded Minecraft. Oh, that's cool. I keep thinking one of these days I'm going to do a create world. Put you here. I always get too busy with things like this. Your sister just asked if you could draw her a tattoo. So I'll need to put Minecraft on pause. Yeah. Tattoos are not an easy thing from my understanding. So let's go this side and do the 10 as well. On the 11th. What have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's only 9. Okay, that's fine. And if we're doing the doorways the same width, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, we'd put the archway there. We'd put that archway there. Yep, because that gives me 9, which means these blocks will come out. That would do that one there. And that's where that doorway into the library is. We can knock those out. We'll switch those to these ones. One more. What kind of tattoo? Oh, it's of a baby. Oh, that's cool. And take you out. But it's going to be hard. So it's always hard to. I'm sure you're a lot better at art than I am, because I am not good at art. And they're one of those things that you kind of have to get right. But you must be, otherwise she wouldn't ask you. You draw all your tattoos. That's awesome. You've currently got 8. Nothing wrong with that. If you like them, you like them. I just never found anything I would like. I used to use a lot of the temporary tattoos when I was a lot younger, because I kept swapping them, changing my mind on what I would like. So the way I figure it is, if that's the case, there's no point. My sister got a little wolf paw print on her ring finger when she got married, and her husband got a little leopard paw print because my sister loves leopards on his ring finger when they got married as well. So he has a few tattoos. That's the only one my sister has. Okay. You want more, but you just don't know what you want. Well, it's fair enough. That should be there as well. Still help it step out. That's the thing, you've got to know what you want because you've got to live with it for a long, long time. And on the 11th, okay, that's cool. Match up. Oh. The 11th. Okay. 10, and on the 11th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to need to push this back one. Which is fine. I'd sooner know now. Your latest is a shark with a laser on its head. Oh, that is definitely different. So we know where that one goes. Then we want a second one behind it. Austin Powers Power Baby. You need to go modding to YouTube chats. Well, you have a fun time, okay? And take care, and hopefully I'll see you next time you can make it. If and when. But have a great rest of your day, okay? And have fun with drawing the tattoos. Okay. It's going to be slightly out, but one needs to go back. Put that one there. So we want this to match up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and on the 11th, and 9 again. So that matches up that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On the 11th. Let's stick a torch down so I don't have things the 11th. Right. So that will give me those. In which case, okay. Be about there, I think. Just stick a torch there. We're going to have to take it out afterwards. I'm going to have to figure out how we light this lot up as well. Okay. Let's have a couple of blocks to play with. One, two, three, four, five, six, 6. So you're on the floor. How would I want them? How would I want the books to appear? Would I want the little shelf, or would I want them? Excuse me. We need some bookcases. Don't have the stone here with me, do I? Stone's down that way. Never mind, we'll pop it in a shulker in here. Don't have any bookcases there. Hang on, I need my ender chest. Nope, not my ender chest. which means they've got to be down by the farmers. There. Okay, what did I do with my emeralds? I had a shulker with a whole bunch of blocks. Hopefully I didn't leave it at the trading hall. Hopefully I just left it. There we go. I left it here. Really should block these up, to be honest. Because we're going to need a whole bunch of bookcases. Now the chiselled ones are kind of cool, but they're also, I understand, create lag, so... Gives us enough to start with. How do you make chiselled? Chiselled bookcases. Okay. So planks and slabs. Have any more? Have some more of you if you need. I need them. Okay, we'll just use the ones we've got. There we run out, so that's fine. It gives us 7 of those. I don't want too many of them, but I want some of them. Oh, the other things I want is the looms. Looms are awesome. Need string for looms. That I do know. Okay, Okay. So we would need a block to place something against first. You're not Silk Touch, but you are. So we want the looms first. We need at least one more. And then remember to shift. I do like the pattern in this. I did originally think of putting this in the flooring around the edge round a room because of the little swirly pattern, but apparently lots of these can cause lag, so I decided it was probably better not to. Shoot. I think I'm probably going to need more of them. But I do like we have a few different options now. Rather than nothing at all. I want some more. You. Rabbit. Chiseled variant. I really need to grab some scaffolding. Let's put another one of you in there. See how that looks. Okay, it's not too bad. It's not fantastic, but it's a start. Yeah, it is interesting how many things can bog down the server, Ali. I could, yes, I can put some books in some of them just to give it additional variance. You're right. I think that's a very good idea. Just to break it up a little bit more. Let's go grab a couple. I have extra books, so... We have a lot of efficiency books, so we'll grab a few of those. I have most books. Don't know what happened to my looting or my punch villager, but uh, okay. And then I just have to figure out how we do the balconies and overhangs and floorings and all the other stuff. But we've hit the 2 hour mark. So let's see who is streaming and who I can send you amazing people to. Let's grab right thing. And let's open up in a new tab. Oh, thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. I don't have anybody on my list again today. I apologise, so I'll let you guys find whoever you want to go to. You guys have a great evening. Take care and have fun. Hopefully I'll see some of you tomorrow if you can make it. If not, whenever next you can. Bye now.